All right, guys, what's going on? Welcome in. So, as we all know, ESPN has been really putting together these massive lists compiled of each position in the NFL, and they're ranking the top 10 at each position, along with a couple of honorable mentions. Now, the rankings aren't just coming out of nowhere. It's not just like one person's opinions. It's a compilation really of NFL executives, NFL scouts, and NFL coaches. So whenever it's a mix of a group like that, your ears kind of perk up, and you're always kind of curious. All right, well, where do the players of my favorite team stack up? Right, where are they falling on this list? For example, we had Breece Hall slotted in at spot number 2 when it came to running backs, which was awesome to see. But in this one, I wanted to focus on offensive line because when we look at the tackle position and the guard position, the Jets don't have a single player ranked. The only, mention of any sort of Jet player on the offensive side of the trenches has been Tyron Smith as an honorable mention, right? So not even in that category have we got, a lot of players there. And, we could be thinking, all right, well, where does Morgan Moses stack up? What about AVT and whatnot? But again, the only player listed was Tyron Smith as an honorable mention. And by the way, I personally don't agree with a lot of the player slots with, what I've been seeing from these lists. So it's not like it's some sort of set in stone thing or anything like that. It's similar to like the NFL top 100 list that they do every year, which is always just like a fun watch, even though I don't necessarily agree with every single position. But in any case, it's interesting, right, that scouts, coaches, executives, they're looking at this Jets offensive line and they don't really feel as though it's all that great. Right now, I think there is a difference between individual play and how 5 guys play really as a unit. Especially if you're playing in a system like the New York Jets play, where it really utilizes a lot of movement from the offensive line. It's not so much a power-based system. Now, it's not saying that power-based systems don't need continuity, but I do feel like, in a system that really relies, again, on offensive linemen moving in space, getting to the second level, being able to pull well, there needs to be a level of refined play there. And I feel like if you don't have the chemistry, if guys are just not used to playing with one another, it's going to be a shaky bunch. So when I'm thinking about the Jets offensive line and how they're going to perform in 2024 and, how much of an upgrade I feel like they will be compared to what we had in years past, 23, 22, right? It goes so far beyond 2023. I think we are going to take a massive, massive step in the right direction here. Look, is it a perfect offensive line? No, but what did the Jets do? We added talent. We added positions of need. We added depth. We added system fits. We added guys with playoff experience. In the case of Morgan Moses, not only does he have playoff experience, but he has his Jets playing experience as well. So, I think when we looked at the state of affairs of the 2023 Jets offensive line, it was just what can go wrong will go wrong. We have guys getting hurt. We have guys playing multiple positions. We have we're down to our last available players. We had a general manager that didn't really do a whole lot to, make additions as the season went on. It was just kind of like, hey, if somebody goes down, and that's pretty much it. The only relevant move that we're going to make at the position is just, elevating somebody from the practice squad. And because of all those negatives and struggles, we saw the running game not really be able to get going, right? It shouldn't make sense that the Jets, according to all these NFL executives, Breece Hall is the second best running back. The Jets have the second best running back in football, but we don't have a top 10 running game. We don't have a top 12, top 13, top 14 running game. That doesn't make sense. Why is that the case? Because of the offensive line play from a year ago. We can all talk about, the bad quarterback play, which was apparent for sure. But a part of that is because these guys are getting rushed, right? I mean, think of just the short, snapshot of Aaron Rodgers actually starting for the Jets against the Bills. I felt like there was people in the backfield almost every passing play. So, I think, again, we got better in pass protection. We got better in run blocking. We added depth. We added talent. We added these leaders. And I really feel as though the Jets are going to be getting back to the ground game this season based off of the offensive line A, acquisitions, but B, the running back depth as well. I think we have to take a look at the quarterback at 40 years old coming off the Achilles. Is it really the smartest decision in a stacked AFC with a bunch of good defenses to have him drop back 40 times a game? To me, it just doesn't really make a ton of sense. Now, there's going to be games where Rodgers has to do that, but I would much rather be in the position where we can grind down a defense. Our defense can play with a lead. We can feed our young running backs, right? Isaiah Davis, Braylon Allen, Breece Hall. What's going to happen with Tariq Cohen? What's going to happen with Izzy? Right, we have so much running back depth. I mean, that's a position that I feel amazing about going into next season. Maybe a little concerned with pass protection from the running back position, but I don't want to get too nitpicky here. In the event that there's an injury, the Jets can go out and make a move for a Leonard Fournette or a veteran running back, right? So it's a position right now that the Jets are loaded in, right? So let's play to our strengths. Let's take pressure off of Rodgers. Let's get back to the ground and pound Jets. I understand it's going to be a different system and different coaches and different players, but when I think about New York Jets football, it's that good defense and controlling the clock. Let's not ruin games. Right, so much of the Zach Wilson, Sam Darnold era, it's the quarterback position, it's the offense ruining games, throwing 3 picks, throwing 4 picks, punt. It's just, can we please get out of our own way? And I think because we have this upgraded offensive line, because we have this upgraded and deep running back unit, and because we have a healthy Aaron Rodgers coming back, we should be able to take care of the football, get in the end zone more, control the clock a little bit more, pick up more first downs, and ultimately become more efficient, which I think is so needed when we're talking about making a playoff push. So anyway, let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate it. Enjoy your weekend. As always, go Jets.